Hi class, how are you doing today? For today's instant activity, we are going to create a healthy plate. Now what's interesting about this activity is everybody in this classroom might have a different understanding of what is a healthy plate. So to help you, what we're going to do is we're going to watch a video and we're going to use that as our baseline for what is a healthy plate. Okay, wait here a second as mine. All right, so today we're going to watch an introduction video. Like I mentioned, it's about 2.5 minutes. We're then going to create a meal on a paper plate. And then after we create our meal, I want to talk about everybody's paper plate and then the upcoming assignments after that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start the video. I want you to watch the video, pay close attention, and then we're going to talk about it. While the video is playing, I'm going to be up around moving in the classroom, making sure everybody's paying attention. So get ready. All right, here we go.
What can you make your family for dinner that's healthy and tastes good? You can follow the plate method. This healthy eating plan works for everybody, including people with diabetes. Indeed, making nutritious, healthy meals will be a snap. What's a healthy plate? It's a way to control your serving sizes where you don't have to count. Simply use a 7-inch plate for children and a 9-inch plate for adults. First, divide the plate in half and fill one of them with vegetables. There are 2 types of vegetables: starchy, like potatoes, corn, peas, or plantains, and non-starchy, like zucchini, jicama, cucumbers, carrots, or salad. If you have diabetes, fill half your plate with non-starchy vegetables. Then fill 1/4 with whole grains or starches, like brown rice, corn, beans, or whole wheat pasta. In the other quarter, add some lean protein like tofu, grilled fish, or chicken. What about adding a side of tortilla or bread? It's hard to resist, I know! The trick is, serve yourself a smaller portion of the other starches on your plate instead. To complete your meal, add a drink like unsweetened coffee, tea, or a glass of milk. But remember that drinking 8 ounces of milk affects your blood sugar just as it would if you ate another tortilla or a slice of bread. Or you can also choose water with a squeeze of lemon or lime. How you create your plate is up to you. You have many options, as long as you remember to follow these healthy guidelines. And ta-da! You're all set! You might be thinking, how can you use the plate method to make vegetable beef soup or other meals? Simply follow the same idea. Fill your pot with low-sodium broth and lots of healthy vegetables like corn, cabbage, zucchini, carrots, and onions. And some lean beef, but not too much. Just like you'd put on 1/4 of your plate for each person you're serving. If you want, add your favorite type of bread on the side. And you've got the right amount for a healthy meal. Enjoy!
All right, very good, boys and girls. All right, the thing I like about that video is it's very short, but also tells us how they think, what they think should be on your plate. They talked about the vegetables, they talked about the whole grains, and they talked about the lean proteins. So now, in the next part of our activity, what I'd like you to do is, at your desks, you all have a paper plate, and you all have your colored pencils. So what I'd like you to do is you are then going to have 1 minute. You're going to take 1 minute to draw an illustration on this paper plate. And what I also want you to do is draw your favorite food. What is your favorite meal? I could give you some examples, but there's 20 of you in here, so there could be 20 different examples. I'm interested to hear what it is you like. So do that. And then also see, look here on number 2, it says your favorite drink. I'm curious what it is we like to drink. Is it water? Is it tea? Is it pop? So, I'm curious as to what your favorite food and your favorite drink. Okay. So while you're doing this, I'm also going to be drawing my favorite food along with my favorite drink. So you have 1 minute. All right. Everybody get their plates ready. I have my plate ready. I have my colored pencils ready. Set. Go! All right, class, we have about 30 seconds. We're halfway there. So keep coloring, keep drawing. You're doing great. I think you're as excited to see my picture as excited as I am to see yours. So keep it up. Down to about 10 seconds. Okay, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. All right, so go ahead and put your plates down. Go ahead and put your pencils down. Let's talk about what it is, our favorite food. All right, so here's mine. All right, so actually what I wound up doing is I turned my plate, divided into thirds. Okay, and so here, what I first have are my vegetables. All right, just like in the video, they talk about half your plate should be vegetables. My wife and I, we have a garden, and so a lot of the food that is on my plate, actually we grow in our garden. So that's one of the reasons why we did that, is because they're our favorite foods. And so you can see I have carrots, I have cucumbers. Okay, so that takes up half my plate. I'm getting my vegetables. You can see here whole grain, corn, ears of corn. Okay, I love corn. And then for my lean protein, I have a piece of grilled chicken. Okay, so I have a piece of grilled chicken that we grilled on our gas grill. And then I also asked you for your favorite drink. So mine is water. Okay, the nice thing about water is there's no calories. Okay, you can drink. Does anybody know how many ounces you're supposed to drink on a recommended day? That's right, 64 ounces. So 8 8-ounce glasses. So I like to drink at least 64 ounces a day. So that's one of the things I like. I'm curious to hear some different things that you like. So let's get into that. All right, as we move forward, what we're trying to do with this lesson is create a well-balanced, healthy meal. All right, so the first thing that we're going to talk about in lesson 1 is how half of your plate should consist of vegetables. All right, some of you, I looked at it and it was a lot of starches, or it was all protein. Okay, so again, I'm not saying that those aren't healthy, but we want to look at maybe the portions. Okay, so for lesson 1, we're going to talk about how half your plate should consist of vegetables. And there's starchy vegetables, there's non-starchy. So starchy vegetables might be potatoes, corn, peas. Non-starchy, zucchini, cucumbers, salad, carrots. Hopefully one of the things I hope you're understanding is what I mentioned with the vegetables and how they take up half of your plate. Those are a lot of items that we can grow in our garden. We can pick ourselves, or you can go to the farmer's market, or if you don't have that, you can go to the grocery store, and those are all there. In lesson 2, we're going to talk about how the other quarter of your plate should consist of grains and starches. Okay, these are things like brown rice, corn, beans, whole wheat pasta. Okay, lesson 3 is going to talk about how the other quarter should consist of lean protein. Now you did notice they did divide the 1/4 if you want a piece of bread. That's something a little bit more complex. You can see some fractions are going to be involved, so a little bit of math. So we'll talk about that some more. And in lesson 4, I want to talk about drink options, because I think a lot of people don't understand that drinks, there's a lot of calories. If you like pop, there's 140 calories typically in a serving, a 12-ounce serving of like a can of Coke or Sprite, where with water, there's zero. So that in itself is 140 calories that you're just kind of always adding on to. And if you drink two or three, pops, you have to, double that, triple that. So that's a lot of calories, and they add up quick. So I like to eat food instead of drinking my calories. All right. So things, like juice, pop, they're not as good for you. Plus, juice is very high in sugar, as is pop. Um, the last thing, oh, we also talked about my shirt. I'm wearing this watermelon shirt. So, one of the things, it didn't talk a lot about fruits, okay, in the video. But you have to be careful because they too, they have natural sugars, sucrose. But one of the things that's great about watermelon is there are some vitamins, but it's 92% made up of water. So one of the nice things is you're getting the nutrients, the vitamins, but you're also getting that water intake from just having a little piece of watermelon. All right, as we click here for the next one, just bear with me. All right, so that concludes that part of the lesson. I want to thank you all for your help in showing us your plates, and let's move on to the next lesson.